Scorpio, welcome to your tarot reading for September 2024. We begin your reading with the Nine of Wands in the past position. So it looks like you've been through a period recently where you were kind of struggling and you had to have a lot of perseverance and resilience. You may have felt like you were facing some challenges that really tested your strength and endurance recently. And this might have left you feeling like you were in a bit of a defensive mode and you were having to guard yourself against disappointment or further harm in some way. But these battles that you fought, and that can be internal or external, they've left you feeling like quite wary and cautious, but also stronger and wiser. There may have been moments where you felt close to giving up, but your sheer determination and your willpower carried you through. And I think that's what this card is saying as well. You have a lot more willpower and determination to draw upon. So just keep that in mind, even if you're feeling quite beat down at the end of your rope, that kind of energy, just remember you actually do have a lot to draw upon still, even though if you don't feel that right now. And also to remember you're very, very close to something here. Whatever it is that's been a struggle, you are almost at the end of it. So now is not the time to give up. This card also hints at some kind of cycle nearing completion. So the worst might be behind you. There's a sense that you're still kind of bracing for some potential challenges, and this lingering vigilance. And I see you being very vigilant in some way. It may have caused you to be overly protective, and that could have led to a feeling of burnout or feeling of being constantly on edge recently. So these experiences you've endured have shaped you, but now it's time to consider whether it's still necessary to carry this burden. In the position of the challenges that you might face this month, we have the Tower card. So this card represents sudden upheaval, the destruction of old structures, and quite a dramatic change. And as a challenge here, this card warns of an unexpected event or revelation that will shake the foundation of your life in some way. It could be a drastic shift in your personal beliefs, your relationship, your career, whatever it is. The Tower's energy is intense and it can feel kind of chaotic when it happens, but it's also necessary for growth. So this card is really about the breaking down of illusions and that we might not have even known were illusions, and the removal of anything false or outdated in your life. So the challenge here lies in accepting that this change is inevitable and that resisting it will only prolong your discomfort. So it looks like something's wanting to clear out of the way in your life in order to make space for something new to come in. And while you might feel a natural inclination to say, no, I don't want this change, to resist it in some way, it's gonna happen. And you'll see eventually that it was for the best, because whatever this is that's breaking down and falling apart wasn't working anymore. It wasn't serving you. It wasn't the best foundation for your future. So this is coming in saying something's changing and it is laying a foundation for a better future for you. And you might not see it right now, but you have to kind of just go with the flow of whatever this upheaval or change or revelation is for you. Resisting it isn't going to work out, to put it lightly. Just go with this change. Resistance is futile. We have the Knight of Cups clarifying this Tower card. So this is suggesting that this upheaval might be kind of emotionally charged. This Knight represents sometimes a romantic or idealistic figure, someone who really follows their heart and is driven by emotion. So this clash between the Knight of Cups and the Tower could indicate a situation where your emotions are leading you into turbulent waters. So maybe you've been following a dream or a relationship that, while it's passionate, isn't built on a solid foundation. So the challenge will be to navigate these emotional currents without losing sight of reality. This combination is encouraging you to remain open to the changes, even if they're difficult, and to really trust that they're leading you to a more authentic and stable future. So if this is about a relationship, the Knight of Cups, when he shows up, sometimes he represents that kind of person coming in who kind of like love bombs you in a way, where they're very communicative of their feelings, and everything feels like really fast and intense, but it might kind of fizzle out quickly. It's that kind of person where, not to say it can never work out in the long run with a Knight of Cups energy person, but just to be wary of that. This card is all about, it's a lot of air and water in it, and those are things that move really quickly. So there is an energy here of maybe needing to be a little bit wary of something that feels like that, where it feels like it's really quick and maybe a little bit confusing, and you're not sure whether to trust this situation or this person, and it's really emotionally charged in some way. So let's make sure we're building on a solid foundation, this combination is saying. In the position of the opportunities around you this month, we have the King of Swords. He represents clarity of thought. He represents intellect and also a strong sense of justice. So as an opportunity, this card is suggesting that you have the chance to step into a position of leadership or authority where your logical and analytical skills are going to be really important and highly valued. So you're being called to make decisions based on rational thinking and to cut through any emotional fog in order to see things clearly. This could be a time when your communication skills are really highlighted and your ability to articulate your ideas with precision is going to be important. So whether that's in your career or personal life, there's an opportunity to assert yourself with confidence and command respect through your wisdom and fairness. I'm really getting the energy from this king of needing to kind of stand up for yourself, to be a little bit assertive, maybe stand up for someone else as well. But I'm really definitely getting this energy from this king of needing to say, hey, I matter here. My opinions matter. Don't belittle me. Don't talk over me. That kind of energy where you need to kind of be a little more assertive, maybe than you feel entirely comfortable with right now. And that's going to benefit you. And also, again, just kind of cut through any confusion that this situation might be causing you. Do your best to be logical and grounded right now. Use your rational brain right now as much as you can. We have another king here clarifying the King of Swords, which is the King of Pentacles. So this brings a really practical and grounded energy to this opportunity, whatever it is. The King of Swords focuses on the mental aspect, but the King of Pentacles emphasizes material success and stability, and he's all about long-term planning. So this combination is suggesting that the opportunities around you right now are not only intellectual, but also financially rewarding in some way. You have the potential to create lasting security and abundance by combining your sharp mind with a practical and pragmatic approach. So this might be a time to invest in something solid, and that could be a business, a career move, or a project that promises to yield some tangible results. Or again, if this is a relationship, let's make sure this is solid. Let's make sure this is tangible. Let's make sure this is not built on like castles in the sky kind of thing. So your ability to balance logic with practicality is going to be your greatest asset right now. In the position of advice for you this month, we have the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory and recognition and success. So as advice here, it's encouraging you to embrace your achievements, celebrate yourself, and not shy away from the spotlight, because the spotlight wants you right now. The spotlight needs you. You need to acknowledge something that you've achieved for yourself. And again, I'm getting this energy of kind of sticking up for yourself and saying, just acknowledging your worth in some way, because you've worked hard to reach this point, and it feels like it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. This card advises you to be confident in your abilities and really take pride in what you've accomplished. So don't be afraid to stand tall and let others acknowledge your success. There's always a little reminder built into this card too, to stay humble and continue striving for excellence, even in the face of praise, because this guy's riding on his high horse here, but he has the support of everyone around him. They're celebrating him openly and happily as well. So let's not let that go to our heads. Let's stay humble and continue striving for more success for ourselves. We have, clarifying that, the 8 of Swords here. So this brings a layer of caution here. Well, the 6 of Wands encourages confidence. This 8 of Swords warns against becoming trapped by your own thoughts or fears. So there may be a tendency for you to doubt yourself or to feel restricted by circumstances, even when success is well within your grasp. So it looks like the advice here is to recognize that many of these limitations are self-imposed. And it's important to free yourself from negative thinking patterns and to trust in your abilities right now. You are on the path to victory in whatever way applies to you right now, but you must remain vigilant against any inner voices that try to undermine your confidence. And that's what I'm getting from this reading, is a lot of energy of you needing to kind of really stand up for yourself. Don't let yourself be overpowered or downtrodden by someone else because you're allowing yourself to feel small, to feel disempowered. This woman in this card is very much capable of getting out of this situation. She might be making excuses as to why she can't move. She might not be willing to see some things that allow her to get out of this situation, something like that. It's generally self-imposed energy that makes you feel a little bit trapped. So let's not let those kind of negative mental energies get in the way of us standing up for ourselves, of celebrating ourselves right now in some way. We have the Emperor as your outcome or future. So this signifies a future of stability and authority and control. So I really like to see him coming in at the end here. It's saying you're going to be in this position of power, and you're going to have the ability to create structure and order in your life. And I love that pairing of energy coming after the Tower. That's everything seems a little bit out of your control. This is saying with this new solid foundation, you're going to feel very much in control and be able to create structure and order. He's really a figure of leadership and discipline, and he's really good at strategic planning as well. So moving forward, you're going to find yourself taking charge of your circumstances with more of a clear vision and a strong sense of responsibility. The challenges that you're facing now are actually preparing you to step into a role where your leadership qualities are going to be essential. It looks like you're learning something about becoming a stronger person, becoming someone who is a leader in some way. And that can just be a leader in your own life. Maybe ending a period of time where you felt like you weren't the main character or the director of your own life. That's changing now. You are going to be the leader of your own life. You're going to be called upon to establish some firm foundations. And again, that can be in your personal life, your career, or just other endeavors generally. This Emperor's energy is all about mastery and authority. So you're going to have this ability to just kind of command respect and even lead others really effectively. It's saying it's a time now for taking some decisive action, for setting clear boundaries and building something that's really lasting for yourself. Because this in the outcome position is really promising this period of stability and success where your hard work and your strategic thinking are really going to pay off for you. So I love seeing the reading end with that card. And overall, there's a lot of masculine energy in this reading. And it has nothing to do with gender. This is really about, in the sense of the tarot cards, leaning into your leadership, leaning into your authority, leaning into your ability to stand up for yourself, to assert yourself, and also take decisive action on your own behalf. I'm really getting the sense that you need to do that this month. Step into that masculine energy. There's so much of it here with these double kings and certainly the emperor here. And even just this feeling of persevering through a struggle. Whatever it is you're struggling with, it's clearing out now. I think you'll be so happy to hear that and feel that this month. And in its place, something really solid is moving in. The only thing that's required of you is to step into your king energy. Be logical, be rational, stand up for yourself, and set some clear boundaries, and allow yourself to kind of level up into a person who really sticks up for themselves. Really interesting energy for you this month, dear Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for being here as always, and I will see you next time.